So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how much money chickens are based on some notes I took down earlier today. So let's start. So, at least by 2022 standards, my god, you should expect to pay $17 for a 50-pound bag of feed. However, to pay for a feed tray usually costs about $5. And yeah, that's about $5 for a feed tray. For the real kicker here is that it will cost only $17 in 1 month during the summer because they're eating more bugs, but in the winter when all the bugs die, what are they gonna do? They have absolutely nothing to go through since you'll have like 4 50-pound bags of feed per month, which averages out to 2.5 bags of feed per month. And let's check the average cost of that. So now let's check the average cost of essentials. And yeah, we'll get into chickens in a minute, but first we need to talk about essentials. So you're gonna need to pay $9 for a waterer. Now, if you live down south, this one won't be really relevant to you, but if you live in like anywhere like north of, I don't know, the Carolinas, you're gonna need one of these. So basically, you're gonna need a heated waterer. Now these cost about $50. Which will set you back a lot, but in the end, it'll keep your water from freezing. They are electrical, so you do need electricity on your chicken coop. And we'll get into chicken coops next, but yeah, let's come out with an average cost of how much this is. So, chicken coops. This is where it all gets kind of complicated. Now, the other day I made a video, got 200 views, so thank you all so much on that. I made a video about building chicken coops, and it's pretty affordable. It's about $1,500. But if I were to build a scaled-up copy of that, which is also known as my Farm Flocks chicken coop, it'll cost me a lot more, setting me back around $3,000. That was a couple years ago. We don't remember the actual cost, but I do remember estimating the chicken coop small one to be about $1,500. So that's how much you should expect to pay for a small portable chicken coop like my Pet Flocks one. So $1,500 and $300. So if you're going to build any size of chicken coop, let's check out the average cost. Alright, so now let's talk about the average cost of a chicken. Now just so you know, this clip has some epilepsy in it, so I'd recommend you be very careful while viewing the duration of this clip. So, the average cost of a chicken, at least from my Pet Flocks data, we can confirm that they're usually about $3 to $5. But when you take black copper Marin chickens and other really expensive breeds, they can get as high as $15 or more. In fact, this really rare breed of chicken can go for $11.50, not $11.50, $1,150. That's just how expensive some chickens are. So yeah, that's how much you should expect to pay them. So I'm going to go with 4 as my average there. Alright, let me put that up on screen if for some reason you didn't hear what I just said. So now let's talk about profit, or however much you make off of chickens. Now it's not big unless you have a huge amount of chickens that you're paying very little for, and you can actually build a sustainable business off of this, but unfortunately chicken eggs, they don't help you build the biggest sustainable business. In fact, they're only placed at my number 5 list on my most profitable things at your farm stand video, which you should really check out too. And yeah, that's actually something y'all should check out because that video took me a little bit to make, as well as the fact that in the winter, for every $3 you sell your eggs at a dozen for, you're gonna have to put back in $6 for feed. That's just from our personal experience here. However, in the summer, there's much better production. They can produce 16 dozen eggs per month, which will definitely help with a $48. So you take $48 a month, and then you subtract 17 from it. I think I'm reading my notes wrong. Hang on real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, so I got those notes for you, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna take $48 of eggs per month, and then you're going to subtract 17 from it, and here's the final number. And I think it's kind of obvious since you can just punch this into your calculator real quick, but if you're like me, you're just going to do this in your head real quick. Alright, so with the notes I took down, I actually took down the average cost according to my notes, and this is about how much money you're going to be expecting to pay per month according to my notes, and that number is $2,386. Now this is per dozen chickens, meaning that we can calculate that every month a chicken generates about $199, which which is, I think, not a really good sustainable amount of money. But that doesn't matter because they're chickens. Money doesn't matter for chickens. Unless, of course, you're the one who's paying for it.